Yo, what's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Travesty. We are one stop away from Devastation Zero. Live at Caesar's Palace, we are here at Circus Circus. I'm Joey Leroy, the head motherfucker in charge, and the boss, and the founder of Attitude Sports Entertainment. We've got 8 fantastic matches heading into the Sunday's Spectacular. With our opening bout, we got a casket match. The charismatic Water goes one-on-one with Jackson Marsh. In our second battle, it is a menage a trois, which will be determined. We got Alexia Deaver, we got Evan Guzman, and we got Dorothy Lane. And we get to our third bout. Andrea Jewels makes her debut facing Amethysta Brimstone in singles action. Let's get to our fourth bout. The Alpha Tiger goes one-on-one with Nihilistic Jack. In another singles bout. One fall to a finish. Let's get to our fifth bout, and it's the Prison Ride Gridiron. Submissions and knockouts only. The Necromancer will be facing Minos, Benton Marks, Callum Sullivan, Ryan Osborne, and Greta the Gruel for the Voodoo Championship. It appears that Toro swapped titles last week with Shockbomb Blade. Hence the mix-up. Now, we're going to fix a brand new participation. We got Vixen's tag team action. We got... Hold on a second, folks. We're going to make things more interesting. Not only are we swapping, we're going to have Ebony Elisa Moran. We're going to have her team up with Juliana Ramirez. We got Vixen's tag action. And let's get to our sixth bout. It's Gridiron, Toro, Blairmount Mahler. Submissions only. For our penultimate bout, and our main event is a bloodbath between Benjamin Boyd and Derek Frost. So with that out of the way, let's start this motherfucking shit. Now, as you can see, we are here live at Circus Circus.
Hi, honey. Here's Drag Queen Ryan, and we're live at Skad Row.
Ryan, we're live at Circus Circus.
No, we're at Skad Row.
No, we're at Circus Circus.
No, we're at Skad Row, honey.
Now,
and of course, we start off the battle with the charismatic winner at Jackson Marsh as usual.
well, considering the fact that these two will be beating the living holy high fuck out of each other this Sunday at Devastation Zero, before we start, let's begin. Officiating the bout is Alabaster Hart again. Alabaster, you ring that motherfucking bell. And the fight is on. The charismatic Water got an early advantage, but Jackson steps over. Jackson gets an early advantage with the side slam.
Oh, this is gonna be a long day. And we got Jackson Marsh put charismatic Water in his place. Now I hope that son of a bitch comes to the top.
Ryan, quit your fucking cheerleading.
Now, what's the time when you have to go to zero?
We'll find out once we get to the top. Water, let's get back to the action. Now, the charismatic Water gets to work, and we got a series of strikes on Jackson Marsh. Jackson rolls over to the ropes, and the charismatic Water watches on. And he spears over the coffin.
Oh, this is rigged.
No, fuck you, Ryan. It is not rigged. Anyways, Water exits the ring, and he goes to follow Jackson Marsh, who catches him with a monkey flip. Beautifully done by Jackson. The objective is simple.
We set the opponent on fire.
Yeah, we might have an Infernal Casket match real soon, but right now we're going to be focusing on a Rail Casket. And Jackson gets an early advantage. Well, actually, he has most of the advantage so far. Water's up to his fake clothesline, and Jackson opens the coffin. This is the type of match made famous by The Undertaker. Water gets with the series of strikes, and look at that. Beautiful. Outside. Back. Fuck off, Ryan. Now, anyways, back to the action. Water takes Jackson Marsh to the coffin, and he bashes his head in. Into the coffin he goes. But wait a second. Jackson counters. Powerbomb covered by Jackson Marsh. He turns him around, and into the coffin goes. Comes out of the coffin. Then Jackson wraps him up. No wonder. Drops over time. And Water knocks him over. Back in the ring. Water exits, and Jackson catches him.
Definitely back on the side. He's getting inside.
And a double underhook beautifully done by Jackson Marsh. Jackson stops the charismatic Water and buries the shot with it.
Water picks up Haydown Starbuck. Gets out of the deck. Who the fuck writes these matches? Asriel DeBadeo? Oh, wait. He's probably the reason why the charismatic Water was a world champion. Motherfucker.
And Jackson hits the coffin. Water goes into the ring. He turns his attention over to Jackson Marsh as Jackson enters the ring.
Get ready your camera.
No, fuck off. Now, one of the series of strikes from Jackson counters with a series of strikes of his own. He takes one to the turnbuckle. Down he goes. Jackson opens the coffin. And of course, he's pandering to the fans. And Water looks over.
That is test choreography by the charismatic Water. Then ridiculous. Who the fuck decided it was a good idea to make a parody Ramus? Oh, wait. This son of a bitch is in it next to me.
Now, there's Water. He's Jackson. Put a on it. And holy fuck, the lights are out. And Jackson takes advantage of the distraction. Jackson with a big shot. He's throwing the charismatic Water into the coffin. Sealed the back, but he doesn't. Jackson follows up with a charismatic Wonder. Wonder drops to beautifully done. Jackson Marsh hits the floor. Wonder with a series of strikes, and it looks like the charismatic Wonder has special plans for him. He goes under the make of the dash for a step toy. He's got the bingo. And there's Wonder. Beautifully executed. Jackson Marsh gets a series of strikes on the charismatic Water. He's going to be taken into the coffin. And he bashes his head in and he throws him inside. Will Jackson steal the coffin? No, he doesn't. Charismatic Water power. Overpowers Jackson Marsh and the coffin just stays open. Water gets out of the ring and Jackson closes the sarcophagus. Water knocks him open. Jackson and a reverse power. Beautifully executed with the charismatic Water going over to the sarcophagus. Opens up. He stops Jackson Marsh. With a series of strikes by the charismatic Water and a stupid kick. Beautifully done. Fuck you.
That is paddling.
No, fuck you, Ryan. That is not paddling. We all know the charismatic Wonder and Jackson Marsh are fighting it off.
Yeah. It is one-sided for the charismatic Water.
It is straight down the middle, and you know it. Water tries for the drop kick, and Jackson goes out of the way. Jackson attempts and Wonder sends it into the coffin. The Wonder throws the sarcophagus on Jackson Marsh.
Now because he's running around like a fucking fool.
Well, considering Jackson is not in a very bad state of condition, Wonder receives a strike and Leah he's a beauty too.
What the fuck? Jackson is grabbing it at the conch and Wonder picks up the chair.
Wonder carries a Jackson coffin. And he's going to the sarcophagus. But Wonder tries to open the sarcophagus and keeps it open. He knocks it in Jackson's skull. Wonder gets right up in the ring and Jackson follows suit. Here's Wonder with a beautiful atomic bulldog.
Bye.
Wonder beautiful. One on to nothing. Jackson with a beautiful. Look at the armbar execution by Jackson Marsh. And okay. He is breaking the fingers off from the charismatic. Oh, holy shit. He's going to fill that this Sunday.
Yeah. The charismatic Wonder ain't showing up.
Ryan Twitch with fucking negativity. Okay? Jackson tries to purchase the cockpit, but Wonder knocks it into the ring. Wonder, the charismatic Wonder executes the sarcophagus. He enters the ring and Jackson taps almost, but Wonder goes out of the way. The charismatic Wonder. Beautiful! Shoulder breaker as Wonder goes to pick up the chair. Into the ring comes the charismatic Wonder and uses the chair. There is a strike from Jackson. Wonder continues to break up in pieces with the steel chair. And straight back in, coming big, and a fucking break by the charismatic Wonder. From the corner. Wonder picks him up.
This is exactly why the fans are
Double foot stomp and Jackson is out of the way. Out of drop kick. Jackson charismatic Wonder. Jackson Marsh picks him up. He's gonna send Wonder back into the sarcophagus. He hugs the ropes and over into the sarcophagus. Goes to charismatic Wonder. Jackson exits the ring. He goes to close to the sarcophagus, but the charismatic Wonder overpowers him again. It is a back and forth,
and it's a one-sided. Alabaster Hardigan is clearly favoring the charismatic Wonder.
Jackson Wonder picks the chair, but Wonder hits with a hurricane on it. Now Wonder picks up the chair. And a beautiful chair. He's punishing Jackson Marsh and he does a step. Wonder leaps up in the Highlands Boulevard. Horse speed. Beautiful double charismatic Wonder.
Down.
Fuck you. Wonder said Jackson Marsh. But Jackson, hold on a second. Jackson counters with a series of elbows. Jackson sends Wonder over the rope into the sarcophagus. Jackson goes over to the sarcophagus. But Wonder tries to keep the door open. And he pummels Jackson into the ring. Wonder goes out of the ring and he gets inside. Jackson meets him with a cycle driver. Beautiful double Jackson.
I'll bow your stabs with pebble.
Big Jackson, beautiful. He's throwing the charismatic Wonder into the coffin. With beautiful kick to the skull. Jackson enters the ring. He goes to closest to sarcophagus, but the charismatic Wonder overpowers him yet again. Back in the ring, Jackson Marsh. Wonder exits to the ringside area. Wonder enters the ring. Jackson. Wonder uses the hurricanrana. Jackson hits the steel chair. The charismatic Wonder with a series of strikes on Jackson Marsh. swinging a beautiful clothesline. He leaps over the Highland Boulevard. Corkscrew finishing coming. And Jackson Marsh. The Charismatic Wonder hits the Corkscrew Phoenix on Jackson Marsh. And he's going to throw the masked demon into the coffin. And a drop kick is giving Jackson a taste of his own medicine. Will Wonder be able to close it this time? Jackson tries to overpower the Charismatic Wonder. The Charismatic Wonder closes the coffin, and your victory, the Charismatic Wonder.
Bow! That was red.
No, fuck you, Ryan. Here's your victor, the Charismatic Wonder. He gets another victory over Jackson Marsh. This is the kind of intensity you see in Attitude Sports Entertainment. The Wonder sits on the coffin of Jackson. All out. Such an amazing display as we get to our Vixens action. It's Vixens action. Eliza Moran will be in action later tonight. Her sister Ebony Guzman will be facing Alexia Deaver and Dorothy Lane in a menage a trois. It is eliminations, as you may imagine.
So, let me get this straight. You put Alexia Deaver in the same ring as Dorothy Lane, and after the onslaught last week...
Well, technically you're not wrong on that, John. So, let's get to the ring. Ariana Perez officiates. Ariana ring that motherfucking bell. And the fight is on. Dorothy Lane is getting pummeled. Oh, beautiful. She was kicked by Alexia with a double foot stomp. Now Ebony Guzman joins in. Ebony with back to Dorothy. Target. And a double team incoming. And holy shit. Ebony counters. She works over Dorothy Lane. Dorothy close to hitting the Ariana. Look at that beautiful. And Dorothy with a drop kick to nowhere.
This is exactly why the fans are pathetic. They're cheering on that bandwagon fandom.
Oh, fuck off, Ryan. Dorothy in the corner. As Ebony now works over Alexia Deaver. She sends Alexia over the rope, but now Dorothy sends into the ringside area and drop kicks onto Alexia Deaver. Dorothy is drop kicked from behind and some countering at ringside by Ebony Guzman as she goes over the Mr. Secretary. Dorothy goes over the Highland Boulevard. Ebony's got Lucille. She throws Lucille and holy shit, she knocks Dorothy Lane off. Alexia counters. And now countered by Ebony Guzman. And a drop top beautifully done by Dorothy Lane. Dorothy Lane spins Ebony to the corner. They're going to Highland Boulevard. No, she throws her off. Now Alexia Deaver goes over and Dorothy with a series of strikes countering. And now by Alexia with a series of strikes of her own.
Now, who's going to win this now?
It's predetermined, Ryan. And here we go. Here's a knife shot. And her grab, beautiful shot. Down goes Alexia, and down goes Dorothy. Dorothy enters the ring, and Ebony with it. Oh, here's the cradle. Here's Ariana, and a kick out. Dorothy goes over this for that first place. Stuck in traffic. Rubber and plastic meet into play. A beautiful shining wizard by Alexia as Ebony goes strong. Here's the cover. Dorothy eyes nine. Kendo stick, kendo. And there's the fuck fest, ladies and gentlemen. Alexia Deaver countered by Ebony. Ebony with a double team incoming. Double. Beautiful suplex onto the traffic. But Ebony counters. She is working over Dorothy Lane as Alexia Deaver rolls out of the ring and Ariana Perez is looking at ringside. That's confusing to what's next. Holy shit! It looks like we got a traffic light.
And we will have a fluorescent light bulb.
Alexia goes into the box. That's why she's got it. go down. A beautiful job by Dorothy. Dorothy knocks that pair out of Alexia. Drop kick from behind. Ebony up to her feet. And Dorothy goes for the cover. Ariana, not even a 1 count as Alexia kicks out. Ebony with a counter by Dorothy. And look at this, beautiful hurricane routed by Alexia onto Dorothy Lane. Ebony goes into this for that first time. And look at this, she's got their legs. Holy fuck, Dorothy breaks out. And it looks like Ebony is fucking her opponent with a sledgehammer. She is covered with a sledgehammer. And she's fucking up Dorothy Lane.
This is exactly why the fans are undecisive.
They're undecisive because they're watching it. Okay, holy fuck. Alexia managed to counter. She whips Ebony to the corner. The incoming. And a beautiful insecurity into the corner. Alexia goes for stop on breaking that wheel. Holy fuck. Dorothy back in the ring. Now Alexia counters with a full destruction of period. Looks to have that cover. Here's Ariana. Kick out. Not even a 1 count. Back to the action.
Now Ebony Guzman is working over Alexia and countered by Alexia Diva.
Countered by Alexia Diva with a serious strike. Alexia is turning her attention over to Ebony. Firewoman Terry. Holy fuck, beautiful face pack, beautiful cover. And Dorothy breaks the pin with a series of shots. And Alexia after that in her hand. Alexia with a beautiful kick to the skull. She grabs the sledgehammer and she fucks it up for a opponent with it. She drops the sledgehammer. Ebony rolls out of the ring. Whip to the corner. Beautiful execution. Hit to the skin. Here's the cover. Here's Ariana Perez. Ice. 5-9. And Ebony slowly rolls out of the ring and Alexia Diva continues to work over Dorothy. And there's a big stop side. Got that crossface. Got that crossface. Will Dorothy submit? She does not. Alexia breaks the hold. Ebony back in the ring. Here's the lever. Here's kick. Beautifully executed. Here's the cover. Here's Ariana Perez. No. Not even a 2 count, and Alexia kicks out. Ebony's looking for a finisher. Here he gets to a fake, but wait a second. Dorothy Lane in the run. And with care. And it looks like, holy fuck. Turn javelin, beautiful, and Ebony goes up at the highest boulevard. Alexia is outside. Dorothy slowly gets to his feet. And look at this. And I don't know what the fuck that's all about.
There's a fast rock about it.
2 out of 3 victims are outside of the ring. And then the stunner. Beautiful job by Dorothy Lane. Alexia Diva slowly gets up to his feet. Here's the cover. Here's Ariana Perez. Going for the count. And Ebony kicks out. Alexia back in the ring. Alexia exits the ring. Dorothy waits. And look at this. It's back and forth. And there's blood all over Alexia Diva. And Ebony Guzman works over Alexia Diva. Dorothy Lane slowly gets to his feet. And here's a loose stage with a series of strikes on Ebony Guzman. Alexia up to her feet as Dorothy counters. Beautiful. Double hook. Here's the cover. 5-9. And Ebony kicks out and Dorothy picks. As Alexia, beautiful lover's yoke kick.
Let's take a cover.
Well, it's an attacking move, so yeah, it is. So anyways, Alexia goes back in the ring. So does Ebony Guzman. Fight. Alexia Diva down with Ebony Guzman. Alexia goes to the highest boulevard. Warrior's Way. Double front stop. And here's a firewoman carry. And Dorothy counters. And now Alexia counters with a reverse DDT. There's Alexia. Oh yes, she's got that. And what? Will Gordon submit here? Yes, and Alexia is blinded by the light, courtesy of Ebony Guzman. Here's the cover, Ariana, I-9. And it's down to the rookies. Alexia versus Ebony. One-on-one, Doherty Ladies, pin, sent to the back. And beautiful pass kick. Here's the cover. Here's Ariana. One, no, kicked out by Alexia Beaver as Ebony Guzman is working over Alexia Beaver.
This is exactly the reason why we need a punish attack.
Fuck off. Now, she picked up the stop side, but she was unable to use it as a weapon. Alley-oop. Holy fuck, on the stop side goes Alexia Beaver. Ebony up to her feet. She's working over her adversary. Alexia. Oh, it looks like they're going up into High Risk Boulevard now. That's beautiful. On ground. Beautifully done. And speaking of High Risk Boulevard, there goes Ebony Guzman going up into High Risk Boulevard. Coup de grace. Beautiful. And it looks like she exits the ring. She goes around the ringside area. She picks up Lucille. Lucille is in the back. She is fucking up. Here's Queen. Battle. And she is punishing Alexia Beaver. And a beautiful pass here. Here's the cover. Here's Ariana. Sarai, and Rebecca. And the last victim standing, Ebony Guzman.
This is exactly why the fans
should back. The fans have a right of opinion. And it's a classic indeed. Let's get to more Vixens action. And
what the fuck kind of a name is Andrea Jules? I mean, this is ridiculous. Does she have, like, jewelry in her pocket or something that she's going to use for a weapon against her opponents?
Well, enough of that, Drag Queen Ryan's constantly crying. Andrea Jules will be making her debut here at Attitude Sports Entertainment. She is facing Amethysta Brimstone one-on-one. And it looks like we're catering to our rookies division. And it looks like we got another rookie coming into Attitude Sports Entertainment. Let's ring this motherfucking bell, Ariana. And an early advantage by Amethysta. Now, Amethysta with the split. Beautiful by Amethysta onto the rookie. It looks like we've got some initiation. And Andrea slowly gets to her feet. And we've got a series of strikes. And holy fuck. And here it is. Collision. Crash course. And, okay, Andrea's countering the offense of her own. Here's it. Holy fuck. Here's the cover. Died. A cradle is not enough to put away Amethysta. But what did you expect of the rookie?
This is exactly why the fans need to cater that out.
Here's a beautiful face shot. Andrea might be able to turn around, but then again, she is really debuting it out of Sports Entertainment. Both exits are outside of the ring. Oh, here's the light. And beautiful drop kick by Andrea. And she is working over Amethysta Brimstone. Stopping the series of stop. She may be a contender for sure.
It's too early to determine.
Well, you're not wrong. Devastation Zero this Sunday. That means there could be unpredictable champions heading into the new month. And here's the cover. Here is I-9. And Andrea kicked out. And Amethysta Brimstone is continuing to punish the rookie. But, then again, anything's possible.
Wow.
There's a drop kick from behind, and it looks like Andrea's up to her feet. Andrea getting punished by Amethysta. Now Amethyst Brimstone got hit by, oh holy fuck. Now Andrea Jules is continuing the series of strikes. She is punishing the veteran. And she breaks the knee onto the concrete. And she's continuing the series of onslaughts.
This is exactly why the fans are catering to.
Okay, look at beautiful. And I can see Andrea being a potential contender, even though it's too early to tell. Devastation 0, anything happens back in the ring. The veterans will join in the ring as Amethyst once over the rookie. And a beautiful monkey flip flip. Team star. Here's a cover. Here's all Rihanna eyes. 5-9, not even a 2 count.
Amethyst hit.
Of course, here comes the series of onslaughts, and she's hammering to these idiots. And a springboard crossbody. The rookie needs a lot of potential.
This is exactly why.
And a kick. Andrea slowly gets to her. Okay, so, alley-oop. Beautiful by Amethyst Brimstone. And it looks like Andrea is looking to put away. Okay, look at this. Trying to find him nowhere. Here's the cover. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, look at the series of headshots. Series of strikes to the elbow. And holy fuck, she's punishing him.
She's stomping on the hands.
And here's a series of strikes.
Well, looks like she's gone to the Joey Leroy Skull of Hammering.
Fuck you, Ryan. Oh, holy shit. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful leg breaker. And Andrea's not finished with Amethyst. She is punishing the veteran. But here it is. Series of strikes as Andrea exits the ring. She goes under the mission to drop for a second. She's got this shit. You see it. Battle. And she's bringing that back. Here's the cover. Here's Ariana Perez. Dive and a kick out by Amethyst. Andrea continues on the offensive.
This is exactly.
And a kick kick. Beautifully done. Here's the cover. Here's Ariana Perez. Dive and a kick out by Amethyst. Okay, so she is looking to put her away. Amethyst up to her feet. And Amethyst counters. And a jawbreaker. And holy shit. Here's the cover. Dive. And a kick out by Andrea. Amethyst picks her up. Firewoman carry. And beautiful. Here's the cover. Dive. And a kick out at one. Holy shit. This is exactly why. And it looks like Amethyst is not done. She goes up into High Risk Boulevard. And she's an elbow drop off the rookie. Here's the cover. Here's Ariana Eyes. 5-9. Kicked out by Andrea.
This is exactly why the veterans are getting cut.
Kick. And here's the cover. Here's Ariana. And it looks like Amethyst secures the win.
That was rip.
Well, considering the fact that Amethyst Brimstone is more experienced, that makes a lot of sense. Wait a second. You're meaning to tell me, okay, something's off.
Well, of course something's off.
Oh, great. Now what? Oh, great.
Well, here come the trouble, sisters.
Well, looks like... Okay. This has gone long enough.
Of course. There goes Vera and Vada. They're making their onslaughts. There it is. They're getting ready to pummel Amethysta Brimstone.
Okay, something is not happening. The Vixens ambush Amethysta, following her bout with the debuting Andrea Jewel. Holy shit. Somebody get order into the action. This has gone on long enough.
This is exactly the negativity people would expect to see. How awful.
The fact that Amethysta got ambushed by Affability Infestation out of all teams, this is exactly the reason why, okay.
Something is not right.
And, okay, so, the sisters are punishing. And there's blood all over Vera. That was actually relatively harsh.
And out of the chair goes Bob. All right.
And Amethysta continues. Okay, so... And something isn't right. Okay. After punishing... And, of course, the attack continues.
Something tells me these Vixens need to learn some respect.
Ryan, you can go to hell with that shit. Now, it looks like they're not taking lightly to the attack by Amethysta Brimstone. And, holy shit, beautifully done. And it looks like Vada Braga is working over Amethysta Brimstone. And the sisters continue to pummel.
And this is exactly why the fans are jeering. These idiots don't know class.
And of course, we got ourselves, holy fuck. And these Vixens are following Amethysta. They're continuing to punish. Vada with a series of strikes, and holy fuck. And Amethysta counters self-defense. But wait a second. Vera's pandering.
And here she comes.
And of course, Vera with a series of strikes, and here we go. Affability Infestation, it looks like they're ordering new attire for Devastation. This is exactly why the sisters are pummeling.
Clapper is...
Okay, here's a kick. And there we are.
And what the fuck? Okay, so...
And of course, a counter by Vada. Okay, so Vera works over Amethysta as Vada patters. It looks like the sisters have ordered new masks and new butterfly gear.
All right. Second time for Dice Killer on punishing Amethysta Brimstone. And then hammering these idiots. But going on after. And look at that.
So, Vada continues to work over. And of course, the rookies are not done destroying the Betty. Look at this. Amethysta is working down She's getting worn down. Here's a fire with a carry by the counter. Fire with a carry. And Vera's back to her feet. And a DDT. Bravada's up to her feet. And wait a second. And here's a double TD coming. Beautiful double side effect.
So, are we going to do that often?
Well, of course we are. See that we're about to showcase. And that is on the fifth. Okay, so Amethysta is getting fucked up by the rookies. Vada and Vera have ambushed Amethysta after her match against Andre Jules. This is exactly why there needs to be order. Vera picks up the chair. Beautiful side wizard.
This is exactly why the fans are booing.
The fans are booing because they're trash. Now, boo all you want, you fucking peasants. I speak it like it is.
What is that? We're entertaining the crowd and scared right.
The last time I checked, we're in Circus Circus.
The last time I checked, we're Skid Row.
Ryan, we are nowhere near Skid Row. Now, this is exactly the kind of punishment these two need. Here's Vera. On the concrete, Vada's up to the feet, and Amethysta continues. There's a firewoman's carry, and holy fuck, beautiful.
And of course, the rookies are getting punished.
Those poor rookies. You're right. Those poor rookies, Ryan. They're being attacked by our veterans. What I have of this. And it looks like Vera is head. Okay, so her sisters are pummeling Amethysta Brimstone. This is exactly why we need order in the business.
They are absolutely no sense with the way the battlers are bullying these rookies. It's ridiculous.
We are not wrong to an extent because we're back in the action. But now it is a heel to team. Oh, beautiful by Vera. Vada goes on the pallets. And Vera with a series of strikes. And Vera goes into the ladder. Wait a second. She's going to the elevator. These two are joining in the elevator.
Okay, so they're on the catwalk.
Well, yeah, they're on the catwalk, motherfucker. And holy shit. And Vada slowly climbs up.
I'm thinking Amethysta Brimstone is on drugs because she is confused as to what the fuck's going on.
They're on the catwalk, folks. The sisters are pummeling. And they're taking the fight to the catwalk. Look at the execution.
This is ridiculous.
And, okay, so, Vera, butterfly. Beautiful butterfly. Holy fuck. This is why we cater to our rookies. She is punishing Amethysta Brimstone. This is the kind of onslaught we expect to see an outspoken face from the veterans, not the rookies. But it looks like affability if the station is pummeling Amethysta Brimstone. She is dragging her over the catwalk.
And look at that.
And look at Vada working over Amethysta Brimstone. And she'll be in action later. And holy fuck.
And there's some paddling. And of course,
And a firewoman kick. Okay. So. And a kick. And here comes Vera. Going after Amethysta. Vera with a series of kicks. Beautiful. And okay. So. Easy beauty counter by Amethysta. Amethysta continues. Here's a firewoman's carry. Wait a second. Vera. Holy fuck. They're pummeling Amethysta Brimstone. This is exactly why she is getting fucked up. She's up to her feet. There's Vada. Butterfly. Beautiful. And they're twins, so they practically have the same thing.
very practical. They have the exact same attire. They got the exact same look.
Well, considering they're twins, they're easy to tell apart.
Oh yeah, here's the one in black.
Yeah, it looks like Vera and Vada ordered the attire for their new look. Amethysta slowly gets to her feet. And holy fuck, Vera, butterfly, double underhook, beautiful. Spin, spinner. And it looks like the sisters have set Amethysta Brimstone on a stretcher with that ambush.
Okay, so...
Alright, back to the action. We're going to continue the onslaught. We got Alpha Tiger and Nihilistic Jack going one-on-one. This is exactly the reason why we run the company.
So, tell me about Nihilistic Jack again.
Ryan, how do you not remember Nihilistic Jack? He is the reason why we are running the show. And we got the Alpha Tiger. These two are taking the fight to the ring. Let's start this motherfucking shit. Alabaster Hardigan officiates the match. Ring that motherfucking bell. And the Alpha Tiger gets an early advantage over Nihilistic Jack. Look at this beautiful reverse choke slam.
Now, tell me again how we're gonna do it.
Well, I'm glad you noticed, Ryan, because it looks like the Alpha Tiger is working over Nihilistic Jack. He is dominating them.
So, people off the back.
They're bowing. Well, of course they're booing. They're idiots. They're bandwagoners. And look at the... Oh, holy fuck. Now goes Nihilistic Jack. There's Alpha Tiger goes over the Michigan box for a sec, boys. He stopped the sledgehammer. Jack was out of the way. At the cradle. He's got an Master Hardigan. No, not even a one count. As Jack continues to work over the Alpha Tiger with a series of strikes.
These guys are pathetic. They're trash and you know it.
And he's grubbing the face. And Jack continues the onslaught on the Alpha Tiger. And holy fuck, series of strikes by Nihilistic Jack on Alpha Tiger with the elbows. Jack continues to stop. Beautiful elbow drop. Alabaster Hardigan watches.
Alabaster Hardigan is a fucking...
Now back to the action. Jack is back to swag. He's stuck in the sledgehammer. He is waiting for the Alpha Tiger to get up. But wait, he's not waiting for the Alpha Tiger. He's using it as a weapon.
Why is he not using it as a weapon?
Well, it's not the rain.
Fair point.
So anyways, Jack is the rope for leverage. Jack with a series of strikes on the Alpha Tiger. Over the ropes goes the Alpha Tiger. And back to the ring and off the sledgehammer. Beautifully done by Nihilistic Jack. Jack continues with a series of onslaughts. He takes Tiger to the corner. And he's going to be beautiful. Foot stop in the chest. The Alpha Tiger slowly gets up to his feet. Realistic Jack goes to the middle of bamboo. And Tiger was out of the way.
Oh, get out of here with that badass. They wait for the first step of Tiger Street. He's down all the way. He wants sign for that.
So, back to the action with a series of strikes by the Alpha Tiger. We're working over the Alpha Tiger, and we got, holy shit, beautiful rolling elbow. And he's looking for a spear. Jack to his feet. Wait. Big guys look at it. And he hits the turnbuckle hard. The Alpha Tiger with a series of onslaughts. He is looking to break the socket out of Realistic Jack. And he's stomping all over him. The Alpha Tiger exits the ring. He goes underneath the mythical box for a step point. He's got the boot, got the stop side, motherfucker. Jack up to his feet. Beautiful gutbuster by Realistic Jack. He's the cover out of Master Hunter Middle for the count. Eyes fired up. Picked out by the Alpha Tiger.
Now, guys, stop.
The Tiger gets hit. And here it is. Boston Crab. And will Realistic Jack submit? No, he doesn't. He drinks out of it. Realistic Jack continues to work over the Alpha Tiger. Here's the beat of the skull. He goes over to the Mississippi. Oh, he's got the sledgehammer. Tiger is out of the way. The Alpha Tiger is getting battle. Powerbomb is coming. And holy fuck, the Alpha Tiger hits the top rope hard. Big Big, he's got the stop side. Realistic Jack's got the stop side. Whoa. Out of the ring, the Alpha Tiger exits the ring. Back in the ring as Realistic Jack continues to work over the Alpha Tiger. Tiger counters with a stale block. Beautifully done. The Alpha Tiger continues a series of strikes. Over the ropes goes Realistic Jack. It's false count anywhere.
When is it not?
Went into the cage, Ryan. That high. So anyways, back to the action. Realistic Jack up to his feet. The Alpha Tiger. Beautiful. Get slam. Here's the cover. Alabasta. 5, 9, and Jack takes out. After count of 2. Yeah, you hear these idiots. Too bad there's a certain time limit.
Wow. We only want to show for 2 hours.
You're not wrong, but anyways, back to the action. Here it is. Here's a cradle. And it looks like Alabaster Hardigan is confused with what the fuck's going on. And a kick out.
I don't know what the fuck Alabaster Hardigan's up to, but this guy's a fucking klutz. He needs to do it fucking...
Oh, holy fuck, beautiful dive. Suicide dive. Courtesy of Realistic Jack onto the Alpha Tiger. The electric... Okay, Jack's up to his feet. And Tiger counters. And Tiger once again counters. He's in Jack into the barricade and goes out of the mystical back for a set point. Holy fuck. That would have been a lights-out javelin. The Alpha Tiger continues to punish Realistic Jack as he grips with the headlock. Double claws, down goes Realistic Jack. And he's pummeling Realistic Jack.
This is why these idiots are bowing.
Alpha Tiger goes into the highest boulevard and he's got the cross-body buster. Realistic Jack was out of the way. Jack holds Tiger tight. And here it is. He goes over to pick up the... Oh, he's got the stop side. And Alpha Tiger knocks it out of his hands. And look at this. It's back and forth.
Imagine if what happened if you knocked over Alabaster hard again and now climbs out in the way and off a total shot for Swag.
Jack back in the ring. Here's Tiger. And counter by Jack. Jack with a series of onslaughts. Jack, look at this. Alpha Tiger with a counter and elbow. There's the Alpha Tiger. Fireman carry, but Jack counters. Here's a pump handle incoming. Pump handle driver. Beautiful by Realistic Jack. Here's the cover. Alabaster hard to get out. Fine drive. Victor by pinfall. Realistic Jack.
That's Riders in the inside ball. That trash. They know nothing about talent.
You're not wrong on that, but anyways, here's your victor, Realistic Jack, as he stands tall. And we get to our fifth bout. Fifth bout. Fifth bout. Fifth bout. Fifth bout. And we start the bout. You must really hate Ryan Osborne.
Why is that in the title picture? We all know he doesn't deserve to be a champion. Ryan Osborne is a hack, and you know it. And yet you still put him in matches, and not me.
Like anybody's going to take you seriously as a comedic heel, much less a comedic babyface. So anyways, Prison Riot Gridiron. 30-second interval in all elimination cage matches that are multi-person, at least under elimination rules. Alright, so let's start this motherfucking shit. Alabaster Hardigan officiates the ring that motherfucking bell, Alabaster. Nito starts off with the Necromancer. It's a 30-second interval. And it looks like Nito's has got an early advantage.
This is why the fans are sad.
They're circling the ring, and these idiots are both.
What kind of bandwagon is it behind watching this shit?
Well, considering the fact that we're in the elimination chamber, there's Alabaster Hardigan, I find out. And not even great how as the Necromancer fights back. And look at this. He stands up into the corner. There's a big boat. And Realistic Jack. And who's coming in next? This show is brought to you by nothing. Well, brought to you by us anyway. Holy fuck. And joining the fray is Vincent Mark.
Shout out to the rookie. I can never understand why Benson Marks, out of all people, is in the match. And Meadows and everybody else in this show. And then Ryan Osborne as well.
Now Benson continues a series of onslaughts on the Now we got Holy Fuck, Fireman Carey. And here it is, beautiful execution. There is a flash, and there's blood all over Minnow. As the Necromancer returns his attention over to Benson Mark. And a beautiful drop kick. That is who's going to next? Will it be Callum Sullivan? Will it be Ryan Osborne? Or will it be Going to the flame of time is none other than Randy the Troll. And in the cover at Alabaster House and Dixon. Randall turns his attention over to the Necromancer. Nito's meanwhile turning his attention to Dixon Mark. There's going to be blood all over the floor. And now he's got enough blood all over the floor. It's Nito that's in the background. But you're not wrong. There's blood all over the floor. We're continuing to see the squad. Looks like he's going to play this time. And it goes to the Highway Boulevard, and he's going even higher. Here's another 9-5-9, and kicked out by Beat action. Grendel is still in the high-risk boulevard, but it comes down. Helps round incoming. Look at this. Short of the play is Alan Sullivan. This is Ryan Osborne.
Now you like to call it right on for the good about it right.
Ryan, fuck you. Okay. Alan Sullivan is continued into the corner, but Grendel. There's a double team. Beautiful gut by Callum and Grendel.
And I don't know what the fuck was that freaking explanation.
He went to Highlands Boulevard, but he did a cross-body to nothing. Grendel with a beautiful cross-body. And holy shit. We've got the extra ball. Let's count down. That's Meadows. And Ryan Osborne is going to the fray as all 6 men are in the action. Callum goes to High-Risk Boulevard. Meadows gets knocked over with a clothesline. That's good down on the ground. Here's the cover out of the outside. And Grendel overpowers, but the upper basket is over the wide outfield.
Get him out of the back. Get him out.
Riders, Downey, fuck you. Now back to the action as Vanessa Master is working on Grendel. Callum, beautiful neck break. Ryan carries the power by Vanessa Master. Here's the cover and kick out by Callum. This is a fun fest, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the cover. 5-5 on a kick out.
I thought it was the best of all.
Whoa! It seems to be that we've taken the page out of the rules book. We might as well throw that shit out the window. Here's another 5-5. Callum picks out wired with the third slam. Down goes Meadows. And here it is. He turns his attention over to the after he goes back to the front of the ring. Getting that shot in the ring. And then over the rope. Gets it with Meadows. Meanwhile, Grendel is in the top Sullivan. Kyle Bauer coming back, Grendel the drill. And holy shit. Tyler with 5-5-9. As Ryan down, Vanessa Master goes to the High-Risk Boulevard. He is going even higher with Boulevard. And Tyler back out of the ring, rounds up to his feet. And Ryan continues. And down goes Grendel for the Fiorino. Sees the cover. Vanessa Master eyes. 5-9 on a kick out by Grendel. Right off Bourgeois shoulders and the matches. Callum Sullivan now with Grendel Grendel control. And Meadows now with Grendel mark. Beautiful double overhead. Here's the cover by Callum 5-9. And Meadows up to his feet. There it is. Incoming. Beating two. And right off for it. Here's the cover. 5-5. And the pitch and mark has been eliminated by Meadows. Meadows in a close drop. And it looks like we got ourselves a real show. Great and beautiful off the Grendel of the drill. And it is. So now we go the driver and commit. But Grendel's not done yet. Here's Ryan. Beautiful. Cutter. Here's the cover by Ryan Osborne. Eyes. 5. Ryan Callum Sullivan has been eliminated by Ryan Osborne. As Ryan now turns his attention over to the mission action. He now picks up Grendel. Dragon Slayer. Dragon Slayer locked in. Will Grendel submit to Ryan Osborne? Yes, he does. Grendel's been eliminated.
5.
And a beautiful double overhead. Here's the line. Cover eyes. out. Randall's been eliminated now. It's down to Mitos versus Ryan versus the Necromancer. Right on forward over Mitos. Mitos counters Mitos' shoulder block to the knee. He is looking over Ryan Osborne. And holy shit. He's breaking the leg and Necromancer's back to his feet. Here it is. Over the woodfish Mitos. He takes his attention over to Ryan Osborne. Ryan hits the turnbuckle hard. Train wreck incoming, big crash course, collision, and a hard power slam on the Necromancer under Ryan Osborne. But Mitos is back to his feet. And a beautiful rotation and vertical. Ryan counters and here it is, a Olympic tail. The Necromancer up to his feet. Ryan has it into the rope.
That's ridiculous. Why the fuck is Ryan Osborne in the back? Somebody needs to eliminate Ryan.
Ryan, you are not the producer. You're not even the owner. And much less corporate. Now shut up. Now here's the cover. He's out of the autograph. Eyes. 5-9 and kicked out by Mitos. Necromancer up to his feet. Omega driver incoming. Ryan Osborne is down. Here's the cover. Here's Alabaster Hardigan. Eyes. 5-1. Holy shit, Ryan kicked out.
That was 3. Alabaster count faster.
Fuck you. Now Mitos throws the Necromancer outside of the ring. Here it is. Beautiful. Double underhook. Clutch hits the cover. Eyes. 5-3. Ryan Osborne gonna lay it.
Hooray!
Go to hell, Ryan. And Mitos goes into high-risk boulevard as he turns his attention
Over the master.
now it's down to the Necromancer versus Mitos. Ryan Osborne goes to the back. And it looks like he got ourselves a real one. The Necromancer goes into high-risk boulevard. Double axe handle, but Mitos steps out of the way. It's back and forth. He's got Mitos exactly where he wants it, but Mitos counted with a shoulder block. Alabaster Hardigan watches. And here it is. Crash course incoming. Trademark. Collision. Here's the cover. Here's Alabaster on 5-9. And a kick up. The Necromancer. Oh, Mitos picks him up. Mitos throws him into the ring. Spear. Here's the cover. Alabaster Hardigan to the count on 5-3. Holy shit. A kick out by the Necromancer. Necromancer up to his feet. Double underhook. That's beautiful. Double underhook. Here's the cover. Fourplex. Eyes. 5-5. Holy shit. And a kick out by the Necromancer. Holy shit. Back and forth.
Stop the count, go.
And a series of strikes by Mitos. As they say, Mitos continues to work over the Necromancer. The Necromancer. No quit. Here it is. Mitos. Here's the cover. Alabaster Hardigan. 5-9. And a kick out by Mitos. And Mitos continues to work over the Necromancer. Poking him up. And a hard punch. Now Mitos goes into high-risk boulevard. And an elbow drop and the Necromancer is back to his feet. The Necromancer looks for the Omega driver. Omega driver. Here it is. Beautiful Omega driver. Here's the cover. Here's Alabaster Hardigan. Eyes, 5-3. And your picture. And your new beauty champion. The Necromancer stands tall as the last man standing. Here is your victor. And here is your new Boo champion. Look at the Necromancer. The sweat. He is losing his face paint. But he stands tall as the new champion.
I knew it was fate when they got rid of Ryan Osborne.
We all know these idiots, we don't care for their opinions. But anyways, it's Vixen's action. We got Eliza Moran. We got Juliana Ramirez. We got Vaughn. We got Vera Draga. And we got Donna DeGray.
So tell me something. I'm guessing your champion is not in action.
Well, considering that anything can and will happen, and for the first time ever, we're going to defend the Vixens Championship in a Battle Royal.
Who's going to be in it?
You'll see. And speaking of Vixens, we start the Vixens action. Ariana Perez officiates, ring that motherfucking bell. And the fight's on. Donovan makes holy shit. She's got the spider. And a kick out by Eliza. Juliana works over Vera. And it looks like Donovan is getting worked. And just back and forth. These bitches are fucking each other up.
This is exactly right.
Where they are on the back. Shut up, Brian. Now Juliana is working over Vera while Eliza is working over Donovan. And okay, here's the America Platt. It's pretty good. America Rada.
Look at that. That's out of the counter. He's going to get stopped.
Now back to the action. And we got Juliana enters the ring. She goes over to mix it up for a set point. She's got the chair. Remember, you gotta eliminate both of your opponents. But Vera knocks it out of Juliana's hands and Juliana counters. Back in the ring. Donovan Gray is getting dominated by, yes, Eliza Moran. Now Eliza Moran gets the national set point. She's backed up. She's got him on the light. And Donovan, you don't get your fucking tails later. Now shut the fuck up, peasants. Eliza goes up with a high-risk boulevard, and Donovan slowly gets to his feet. And here's the body. Meanwhile, outside the ring, here's the cover. Side. Juliana works over. Yeah, she knocks it over with the chest. She goes over to the basket, so stop the trash can.
Get out of the trash can. They're not going to buy it out. That's the judge.
And it looks like Eliza Moran on the field. And the Vixens are fucking each other up one by one. Juliana goes into high-risk boulevard. Ariana's outside of the ring. Juliana with the silver foot to nowhere, but it looks like Vera counters. We got a powerbomb incoming. Holy fuck, onto the field goes Eliza Moran, courtesy of Donovan Gray. Back on the other side of the ring. Juliana's getting worked over by Vera. And it looks like Donovan's got special plans. Now, question.
These idiots are... They're going to stop rotating the camera. Who the fuck is running over?
And Juliana hits the turnbuckle. Donovan goes into high-risk boulevard. Double that camera off to Eliza. And here's the cover. Ariana eyes. 5-9 and kick out. And Vera goes into high-risk boulevard with a double that camera of her own. Here's the cover. Here's Ariana. 5. And holy fuck. Big batter. And it looks like Donovan's using the seal. And okay, here's the series of punishments. These bitches are fucking each other up.
Well, together again. That's how the fun.
Oh, we got Donovan problem. Donovan hits it, works the high-risk boulevard. Juliana's been bumping open by Vera with Gretzky. But it looks like Eliza Moran counters. And a dropkick countered by Vera Draga. Vera with a beautiful rotational.
He lost Donovan with a DDT. Here's the cover and a kick out. Here's the cover. Ariana Perez. 5-5-9 and a kick out by Juliana. Zero waits to put her away. Butterfly rotation. Double underhook. Spinning face buster. Beautiful. Spinning neck breaker. Here's the cover. Here's Ariana. 5-5. And Olivia Moran has been eliminated. Donovan works over. Here it is. Holy fuck. She's got the submission locked in. Bill's got the sledgehammer. Juliana is working down as she's got the cover. Here's the cover. Ariana Eyes, 5-1. And your victory, Donovan Azira, secure the win. It was one-sided. It was straight down the middle. Fuck you. These idiots are bowling. Well, of course they're booing. They're bandwagon their fans, right? But, during your victors, let's get to the gridiron, folks. We got Toro. We got the Blair Mountain Mauler. It is submissions only. I thought the Prison Ride gridiron is submissions and knockouts only. Well, yeah, apparently somebody forgot to set up the match card when they made the bout. Oh, right. So it sounds like a whole lot of excuse to me. Now, anyways, let's start this motherfucking shit. Alabaster returns for another action. Rebound motherfucking stuff. Okay, Ariana Perez is out. Stop the time, baby. That is not right. Why is she out?
The RB, Ryan. But anyways, I thought we'd get away with that shit. Okay, so the Blair Mountain Mauler is working over Toro. Now Toro is up. Toro with a series of up. Okay.
Blair Mountain Mauler, why is he on something? Because he is on face.
You're not wrong. Here's a face right on Toro. These two will be facing off this Sunday
for the Verdo Championship.
Well, actually, yeah. Apparently, some dumbass mixed up the titles. Have Tabu Kazika, Azrael Demon Neal. Because I don't remember Toro being the British champion.
Actually, he is the British champion. But apparently, Azrael did it up, and Tabuka Zeka fucked up the card, and they gave the title, and he got the Bloodlust Championship instead.
And you're not wrong on that, but anyway, speaking of Bloodlust, our Bloodbath main event will be next after this bout. Toro with a series of strike-offs to the Blair Mountain Mauler. Usually the title is defended in first blood matches. We're going to make things more interesting. There's a powerbomb incoming. And Toro, holy shit, right onto the top. And there's Blair Mountain Mauler with a rolling neck breaker, beautifully done. Now it looks like the Blair Mountain Mauler is working over Toro. And he's punishing the Voodoo champion. He, for whatever reason, has the Bloodlust title that belongs to Softball Blade.
Let it up the strike. We got these losers. They're really not as market effective. They fucked up the entire outcome. And they're putting titles on the wild wrestlers. And these idiots are buying it out as if they wanted that shit. That sounds about right.
So let's get right back in the action. Toro, here it is. Oh, holy fuck, Jordan. busted into the contact. And he's using the ropes for leverage and ultimately knocks him out. Toro goes into high-risk boulevard as Harry waits for Blemont Baller to escape. Beautiful DT.
So let me get this straight. You're getting a whole lot of matches, and you're going to defend all top titles for each division in Battle Royals.
Yes. And there's a spear. Beautifully done. Usually it's defended with the Prison Line Gridiron, which is actually a Battle Royal. And here it is. Here is the figure four Boston. Look at this beautiful finishing hold by Toro. But Blemont Baller, he breaks down. Blemont Baller, blood. Imagine that. That would have been the outcome. But the title is not on the line. That's the Sunday at Devastation 0. With a series of strikes by Toro. Toro continues to work over. Blemont Baller busts him down. There it is. And look at this. He's got the one-way clover. And Toro breaks down. And he sends Baller to the cage. And he gets Baller to the rope. And a beautiful flash. Jackknife in comes by the Blemont Baller. Beautiful. And he's got the half-leg clover. Will Toro submit? No, he doesn't. Baller breaks the hold. Of course, look at this. To the sky. We got it all what that is. Yeah, we love you, Peter. Shut up. Back to the action. Toro with a series of onslaughts. Toro picks him up. This is why these people are gone around. And Superman punch from nowhere, and Baller. And then Jackknife incoming. Holy shit. His hand hits the top rope. He's got the half-leg Boston. He's got the clover lace locked in. Will Toro submit? No, he doesn't. Toro. Okay, so the Blemont Baller's got the... Oh, yes, he's got the... But it looks like Toro broke away with a spear. There it is, figure four cloverleaf. Beautiful. He's got the figure four cloverleaf locked in. Will the Blemont Baller submit? No. And it looks like it's back and forth. Here's a vertical. Look at this. Face plant. Beautifully done by the Blemont Baller. Blemont Baller continues to work over Toro. Knee to the skull. He works up. Slaughter fast. He picks him up. He's fucking him up.
So there that's the drop. So we got Blemont Baller who's dominating the match.
Yep.
And we got Apocalypse and Torture who will be enacting this Sunday.
Well, yeah. Beautiful job by the Blemont Baller. Blemont Baller power bombing coming. And he's got that. To the leg. Clover. Will Toro submit here? No, because Baller breaks the hold. Toro back to his feet. Look at that beautiful 3-leg pressure. That's sending it over. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, motherfucker, but you get the idea.
What the fuck is he looking at? Apocalyptic Corpse?
Well, you're not wrong on that, because Apocalyptic Corpse seems to be distracted a lot. Okay, so back up to Highway Boulevard, goes Toro. And the location is elbow drop. He picks up the Blair Mountain Mauler. He sets the Blair Mountain Mauler in two. Here it is. Out of Texas slow release. Beautiful. He's got the lock in. Will Mauler tap? No. Mauler back to his feet. Toro plays. Mauler into the rope. Beautiful. That is another last leg clover. He has applied the pressure. And Blair Mountain Mauler taps out. Here's the victor. In the only way you're winning cage matches here at Attitude Sports Entertainment by submission, Toro stands tall.
That Charles Oliver fight.
No. Fuck you, Ryan. There's only one bout left.
All right, you kind of got these idiots.
Now, on to the main event. And speaking of bloodbaths, we got the bloodbath. Benjamin Boyd, Derek Frost, one-on-one. These two have been putting each other through hell for several years. Two veterans in the ring.
Yeah, which explains why Benjamin Boyd should never be champion, and neither should Derek Frost.
You're not wrong. But anyways, we got A1 Day Ones. Let's start this motherfucking shit. Officiating the bout is Alabaster Hardigan. You win that motherfucking bout. And Benjamin Boyd with an early advantage on the Derek Frost. Benjamin Boyd goes into lead off the cross splash off the top rope. And he's looking for Derek to get up on his feet. And it looks like he's got a series of strikes. And here it is. Out of knee. Beautiful.
That's as one-sided, motherfucker.
It's so far one-sided. Benjamin Boyd up in the middle of Avenue. Derek maybe has turned this around. Double that handle. Benjamin Boyd goes in the measuring box for a sex toy. He's got the trash can lid. He's got the cylinder. Down goes Derek. It is one-sided so far as Benjamin Boyd is dominating, but Derek's fighting back. Derek counters, beautiful execution. Now Derek with an elbow. Counter after counter, and holy shit. And he's got that abdominal stretch locked in, but a series of strikes by Benjamin Boyd. And down goes Derek Frost. Benjamin Boyd is winning that Alpha Tiger shirt, sold exclusively at Attitude Sports Entertainment shop.
And what the fuck was that for Benjamin Boyd? He took a swan dive into John Cena's territory, because he had absolutely nothing.
And here it is. Benjamin Boyd is down now, motherfuckers. And back to the action. These people in Circus Circus,
These people have scared right. These clowns at ringside.
and of course, Derek counters. It is Calvado coming by Derek Frost. But Benjamin Boyd counters with a nut. And down goes Derek Frost. We got the Ruthless Skull and Alpha Tiger keys sold exclusively at Attitude Sports Entertainment shop and beautifully executed. We go over the music about first set toys. Mike. The idiots want tables. You want tables? Of course they do. And we're going to make an impromptu match to end it all. And usually it ends in a brawl.
What are you, riding?
Fuck you. Now, drop kick, and
What the fuck was that from Benjamin Ford?
Derek's got the tail. He goes inside. Mind Reaper Shirts. Alpha Tiger Shirts. And it looks like we got ourselves a brand new attire. Holy fuck.
I wonder if they got more designer tees. Who it is?
And there's blood all over Derek Frost. And here's your victor, Benjamin Boyd, as he's whacking his field. And it's okay injury.
Bow, it was one-sided. Bow. You're sending a straight down by battle. That fucking red. Why the fuck are you winning your carry? That was one-sided and you know it.
Ryan bitching aside.
And justice suspected. When Alabaster Heart again officiates the bout, it is a two-star match.
You know, you're not entirely wrong on it being a two-star match, but it's not Alabaster Hardigan's fault, motherfucker.
Bullshit, it's not.
And I know these idiots want tables. These idiots want tables. Okay, so, before we mess up, and make sure nothing secures, this Sunday, live from Caesar's Palace, we're gonna add a lot into it. Let's go to not just a regular tables match. We're going to have ourselves a Pentagon Splinters. And we're going to get rid of that spring breaking bullshit. And let's get into Attitude Sports Entertainment. Now, Pentagon Splinters. Who's going to be in the action? We got just the perfect individuals. On the male side, we're going to put... Actually, yeah, we're going to do things interesting. We're going to put Dravenbane. We're going to put Max Morgan. We're going to put Drake Scallion. We're going to put the Apocalyptic Torture. And finally, we're going to put Tyrion's... Actually, we'll put the Extreme Grizzly in the match. We're going to battle it out, boys. We got Drake Scallion, we got Dravenbane, we got Max Morgan, we got the Apocalyptic Torture, we got the Extreme Grizzly. Intergender matches are banned in Attitude Sports Entertainment, and we're going to keep it that way. So with that bullshit situated, let's start this motherfucking bout. And we got ourselves a special timekeeper, ladies and gentlemen. Who's our special timekeeper? That's right. Our very special timekeeper is none other than Thomas Crepper. Thomas, you ring that motherfucking bell. And, okay, so it looks like we're in Long Beach for our impromptu match.
What? Long Beach.
Here comes Greater... Oh, I forgot to copy it, you son of a bitch.
How the fuck did we get all the way to Long Beach from Skid Row?
First of all, motherfucker, we are not at Skid Row. We are in Long Beach. But anyways, back to the action. Draven Bane enters the building. Here's Max Morgan. Oh, I forgot to turn off the entrances. This is exactly why we're putting all 5 of these men. Drake Stallions in the ring with the Scorpion. The Blair, Mount Mauler's tag team partner, the Apocalyptic Torture, is in the ring. Let's start the motherfucking shit. And the fight is on. All 5 men in the ring. Drake Stallion is working over. And it looks like Max Morgan is in it.
Sound really got the stuff. You're telling me that these losers who are about to go around the place there. I mean, that Drake Stallion, left Draven Bane. Draven Blackburn. As a matter of fact, Draven Blackburn will be making his debut at Attitude Sports Entertainment at Devastation Zero. What? Are you fucking serious? Well, yeah. And guess who else is making his debut at the Devastation Zero? Well, no, he's returning, but you know who else is making his debut? That's right. Everyone's favorite. My father. No. Right, right.
No.
Big Daddy the man. No. Don't call it that.
That's right, motherfuckers. After making his debut, he's trying to support the table alongside Draven Blackburn. Draven Jones to get a work. He has to come back. And okay, so the Extreme Grizzly takes the fight to Drake Stallion. But guess what? Holy shit. Guess he's making his debut without a support to the table.
You're telling me these losers are about to...
Okay, so setting up the table.
And there goes Max.
Well, he's going to Morgan is now working over Drake Stallion on his rest of the ring. Now he's taking the chance to Draven Bane. But guess what? The answer to your question is... That's right, motherfuckers. Holy shit. Back and forth after about 5 minutes. Drake Stallion is going to be okay, so... Draven Bane. Morgan,
but whatever the fuck that was,
Drake Stallion picked it up. And yes, that's right, motherfuckers. And down goes, holy shit, he was executed by Draven Bane. He was in the corner. Way back to Draven Bane. Oh yeah, he's got the headpiece. Loaded down. The Extreme Grizzly turns his attention over to Drake Stallion. He hits the table. Speaking of tables. But, okay, so. Draven Bane, he's going to be... Holy fuck. Under the kendo. This big hard flag. And guess what, motherfuckers? Making his debut at Attitude Sports Entertainment this Sunday on Devastation Zero alongside Draven Bane is Yes. Powerbomb is coming fight. Max Morgan is doing strikes to power. In the final return by Max Morgan. And the powerbomb down to Drake Stallion. Drake is eliminated by Max. Draven Bay taking the champion over to the Escape Grizzly. Max Morgan eliminated Brett Solian. Choke slam, counter diver. Topless the torture with a boom. Holy fuck.
They're not even the same paper.
They're not even the same. You're right. I'm thinking I must be drinking all of that drag queen Ryan stupid juice.
Fuck you. Now, Scout Cowboy. The debut with an extended extreme late.
It's not the extreme Raven, but you're pretty close, Ryan.
As a matter of fact,
holy shit! Cowboy straight to bed, taking the extreme Grizzly. Max Morgan goes to the opportunity, but extreme Grizzly time. It's Ricky Evil, ladies and gentlemen. What the fuck? Ricky Evil?
oh no.
Powerbomb. Holy shit. And get to the arm. And that's right, ladies and gentlemen, Ricky Evil will be making his debut in Action Sports Entertainment at Devastation Zero.
Oh no. You can't be sick.
Absolutely mysterious, motherfucker. Now we're going to enter the building. Stop the and there's blood all over the apocalyptic torture. Max Morgan down. And it looks like we got ourselves a real one. He's digging into the corner.
That's where it's gonna debut.
Well, you'll see as soon as Devastation Zero begins. Okay, so we got the holy fuck. 5-6. Max Morgan eliminates the apocalyptic torture. And he's got that one leg close. Got that one leg close. And yes, with a series of onslaughts. Here it is. Here's that beautiful. Wow, look at that Falcon driver. Beautiful by the extreme Grizzly. He's got the fresh here. Max Morgan busted open. And here it is. Beautiful gut buster by Max Morgan. Max Morgan is holding his own so far. He's looking for the Sister Abigail. Sister Abigail by Max Morgan. And it goes on in the mystical box. But wait a minute, he's got the time. The tables are under the ring, but he is punishing the extreme Grizzly.
That's that.
Go to hell, Ryan. But the rumors are true. Raven Blackbird will be debuting at Austin Sport Entertainment. This is exactly the kind of match you would expect.
And the fight is there. There it is.
And here it is. We see the encrypted messages. Over the past several weeks, and a hard run by Max Morgan. Max Morgan waits for it. Collision incoming. Max Morgan. Collision hits the turnbuckle. Grizzly rolls out of his way. Throws the fireman's carry. Series of elbows. Yes. Execution. He sends him into the corner. Max Morgan with the ball drop. Beautifully done by the Grizzly.
Alright. Yeah, get rid of Max Morgan.
Now it's also funky, Ryan. Now, it's payday. Okay, so he was waiting for Max Morgan to slowly get up on his feet. And it's a clothesline by the Grizzly. He's got a table, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I like where he's going with it. He sets the table at ringside.
Have it before.
Absolutely. Beautiful. Execution. Morgan continues. Second punishment. Here it is.
Ron, the soldier will be the last man standing. And you know it's elimination, right? And that's more than showing the match. Max Morgan's out of it.
Well, you're not wrong because the Extreme Grizzly is looking over Max Morgan. He's weakened again. What a good job execution. The Extreme Grizzly is looking over Max Morgan. He's weakened again. He goes it's a high Boulevard. Beautiful head back.
Let's see what the match is up.
Back to the motion.
Bumping over there on Pineapple.
You're not wrong. It's stashing the wound even further. Max Morgan is getting punished by the Extreme Grizzly. Connecticut Kingdom seems to be, well, very, really good at the title earlier in the night. And it looks like the Extreme Grizzly goes back up at the Irish Boulevard. Coming up to it. Max Morgan up to his feet. And it looks like beautiful top shot. But, you know what would be better? Put your opponent to his table.
And Max Morgan fights back. Usually these idiots suck.
Back in the ring. Max Morgan drags the Extreme Grizzly back in the ring. He's looking for it. Choke slam is coming. But beautiful execution. Extreme Grizzly exits the ring. He goes over to the table. He grabs it. We're going to get to some debuts and some returns at Attitude Sports Entertainment at Devastation Zero. Really in the ring. He grabs it. Max Morgan. Table getting it to Max Morgan and Max Morgan. He puts him in the corner. Max with a kick.
Ladies and gentlemen, Summers will be returning to Attitude Sports Entertainment.
Bruce Summers is dead, dumbass.
Sad bastard. I've got people advertising.
You know, Max Morgan fills a shot. Max Morgan needs to put his opponent to the table, which is literally the purpose of the match. He grabs it and sets it up. He's turning his attention over to the Extreme Grizzly. Choke slam. Beautiful by Max Morgan. But Max Morgan, it looks like he's giving the Extreme Grizzly a taste of his own medicine. Grizzly counters Max Morgan. It's a matter of who gets put to the table first. He sends him to the table. Grizzly counters. Grizzly. Here it is. Max Morgan. And the last man said. The Extreme. Understand tall, motherfuckers. The Extreme Grizzly secures the win. In this anticipated 5-man tables impromptu, which is actually now part of the card. We are going to end the show here, masses. Now, if you want more content such as this and many others, then by all means, feel free to follow at Twitch.TV and like, subscribe on YouTube when the video gets posted. Hit the notification bell to keep up to date brand new content each week. And now it's time for Devastation Zero. Well, that will be this Sunday, because until we meet again, this is Joey Leroy,
the Stride Queen Ryan,
saying to the motherfuckers in the masses, "Good night. We'll be seeing you fuckers here this Sunday."
Bye, honey.
Au revoir, folks.